For great Pokemon TCG product and prices, check out ccgcastle.com.
What's up, Pokemon fans? I'm N.
And I'm Professor K.
And today, we're going to be doing the deck profiles of the theme decks. You got to see me completely whip this fool of Professor N last time.
My theme deck sucks.
Hey, no. Stop it. That's not true.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You suck.
No, you
not
suck.
the theme deck.
Listen, let's just get on with it here.
Alright, so today I'm going to be profiling my Electric Garden, and you will be profiling the amazing Echo deck.
Ugh.
Again, you suck, not the deck. And he's getting out boxes here. Oh, you're not going to show the boxes?
I am, but I'm just getting the stuff out to...
I thought you wanted to profile the box stuff there. Okay.
May as well. I mean, here, let's just do this. There's the Electric Garden box. There is the Echo box.
This one's amazing.
It's terrible. It does come with an advanced rule book here.
See, man, you get an advanced rule book.
Here's the damage counters, which look a little bit different. Some card lists that tell us what cards come in the set. Some more damage counters. I'm assuming poison, and this must be burn, but it doesn't really look like a burn. I don't really know. And then there's also...
Does your deck even burn?
A survey. Yes. A survey.
We should fill out that survey and send it to the Pokemon Company.
And tell them how bad Echo is.
They need to make more theme decks like Echo. What are you talking about?
I was just going to put them in the corners.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Okay. All right, on with it with the deck that actually has some competency.
All right. Electric Garden. Going to start off here with 4 Oddish, 2 Gloom, and 1 Vileplume. Now this evolutionary line sucked. Every time I tried the ability, I got tails.
It's not an ability, it's a Pokepower.
Shh. Leave. Leave.
This Pokepower to be exact.
Yes, you can see right here, Pokepower, Poison, Pollen. Once during your turn before you head, you may flip if heads out. If! That's a real big if! Yeah, the defending Pokemon is Poison. Can't be used if Vileplume is affected by a special condition. Real big if right there.
Yeah, if you guys are wondering and missed it, check out yesterday's battle video, and you will see the epic failure of about 8 coin flips going for tails on that Pokepower.
And then you got Pale Dance here. Does 30 for each heads, and you get to flip 3.
Now, you did flip 2 out of 3 heads, I think, every single time.
Maybe.
You did.
Okay. Here, let me...
Just leave them there. Well, okay, whatever.
Alright. Next up, the MVP of this deck. 4 copies of Mareep and 2 copies of Flaffy. No, I'm sorry. There's 2 MVPs. 3 copies of Pikachu and... Oh, wow. Only 1 copy of Raqib.
Yep.
This is how I was able to win my first game, and Flaffy was how I was able to win my second.
Look how much damage they do. 50, 60.
That's not a lot of damage.
My max damage output was 20.
Yours required more skill that you did not have the brain capacity to use.
Doesn't even say it on the card that it could even do more. Granted, Clefable could hit for 40, but you gotta flip 2 heads.
So you can see Raqib here with that Plasma attack does 10, and you can flip a coin of heads, and there's electric energy in the discard, you get attached to this. And Shock Bolt does 60, but you have to discard all your electric energy. That's rough.
You had no problem with it though.
Well, I'm N though. There's a clear difference, okay? And also, let's look at Flaffy. It's got that nice headbutt there for 20, and Thunder Jolt for 50. But if I flip and hit tails, I do 20 to myself.
Oh boy, that didn't stop you very much. Most of my Pokemon are low HP.
Oh, and mine aren't? Alright. Next up here are 3 Coughing and 1 Wheezing, but I never got to use the Wheezing. Let's look at the Wheezing. Has 80 HP, has the attack Foul Gas.
Oh wow, it's you.
Foul Gas.
Yeah.
No.
You farted about 10 times on this channel.
Oh really?
Yeah, you have.
Do you know how many times you fart all the time?
Not on the channel.
Yeah, but when it's you, we have to vacate the house.
I think we're confusing that with yours because, see, yours is just unbearable.
Nah, that's you. Okay, so the Professor K attack is flip a coin.
Attack.
If heads, the defending Pokemon is now poisoned. If tails, the defending Pokemon is now confused. And misfire does 60. Flip a coin. If tails, puts 6 damage counters on Weezing.
Actually, you're right, because Foul Gas, if it was your attack, it would be badly poisoned, and you'd have to put 6 damage counters on each Pokemon in between turns. Or on that Pokemon in between turns.
Alright. I'm finishing up the Pokemon here with 2 copies of Hoppip and 2 copies of Electabuzz. Hoppip, just a guaranteed sleep. 1 grass, 10 damage, automatically asleep. And Electabuzz, got that Reflect Energy for 20. You can move one of the basic energies from the Electabuzz to one of your bench. And the first attack lets you search your deck for basic energy and attach it to the Electabuzz. So you'll always have an energy on Electabuzz. So yeah, that will do it for this one.
For the Pokemon, anyway.
Yep, that's what I mean. Now we're going to our supporter lineup. We're gonna start with Professor K's favorite one, Copycat.
I didn't even see you use that in the match.
I never drew it, but you did.
Yeah, I did.
Would you care to say the rules of Copycat?
No.
Alright, so the rules of Copycat is that you have to shuffle your hand into your deck. Then, see that right there? Then, applying after you shuffle to count the number of cards in your opponent's hand and draw that many cards. See, it says right here, it's after you shuffle.
I hate you.
You can't argue with what's on the card. See, this man right here wanted to break the rules of Copycat and count my cards before he shuffled. You rule breaker, you.
Oh my gosh.
You gotta be a model citizen like N,
You have
who
a
follows all the rules.
You have a right to know how many cards are in your opponent's hand at any point in the game.
True. But once you use Copycat, you must count all over again. Next up here, we have 2 copies of Bill's Maintenance, which is actually not a bad card.
You guys wonder why I'm always stressed out and have gray hair.
So you shuffle any one card. If you have any cards in your hand, you shuffle one of them into the deck, then you draw 3, which, again, that's not terrible. If you think about it.
No, it's actually really good.
Yeah. So we got Copycat and Bill 9 the Science Guy Maintenance. You better do it with me this time. Bill, 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 Bill.
Ow.
You're no fun, you know that? No wonder you had a hard time following the rules of Copycat. Copycat's a fun card. Alright, now for our items. We have 3 copies of Potion, 2 copies of Switch, 1 Energy Search, and 1 Power Charge. Now, Potion, very standard. You heal 2 damage counters. Switch has never been out of print, so everyone knows what Switch does. Energy, so we've actually had Energy Search for a long time too, but since we play around Professor's Letter now, so I'll tell you, it's basically Professor's Letter to where you can search for a basic energy card, but it's only 1 basic energy card instead of 2. And then you have Power Charge. You flip a coin. If head, you shuffle 2 energy cards from your discard pile into your deck, which is basically a cheap, broken, not broken, like literally broken, like it's dumb, doesn't work version of Super Rod. And now for the energy, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 grass energy. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 electric energy. Which I used electric a lot.
Yeah, you did.
So there you guys have it. That is the Electric Garden deck profile.
So, I just realized something. You know, go ahead and back up here. I'm going to go ahead and profile the Echo deck, but I just realized the card that he threw at me just a few minutes ago was Copycat, which I find highly entertaining because ever since I've become a professor, you've been wanting to be a professor. So, is this not N? I think it's N, because he's a copycat wanting to be a professor all the time. There's your card. All right, guys.
My card, you know why? 'Cause I actually know how to follow the rules of this card.
Oh my gosh. All right, guys, let's take a look at the Echo theme deck. Like I said, as is, not exactly a good competitive deck, but
Again, you're not good at competitive. Echo is fine.
nope, it'll never win against Elector Garden unless you just happen to draw really badly or start with a very weak Pokemon. So, let's take a look at this thing. You know, these theme deck battles are just for fun anyways. All this is just an act. So let's take a look at this thing here. We've got 4 copies of Abra. Only thing I ever used on Abra was the Confuse Ray. Flip a coin of heads. The defending Pokemon is now confused, and then Scratch does 10 damage. So there's 4 of those. There's also 2 Kadabra, which is a card you'll never see in the current format ever again. After
Butthurt Street, no one cares about Magician.
Yeah, after the E-Series, there was a lawsuit against Pokemon that prevents all Kadabra cards from ever being printed ever again. So
how did they lose that lawsuit? Pokemon gets a nobody Magician.
Because the name of the card in Japanese was transliterated into his name. It was too similar, and this is what he was known for, was bending spoons. So they just couldn't reach an agreement. They just basically said, okay, well, we can't print the cards anymore. That's what the court ruled. Anyways, this has Confuse Ray as well for 2 energy. Psychic and a Colorless does 20, and you flip a coin of heads, it's now confused. There's also Energy Recall, which is attached to basic energy cards from your discard pile to your Kadabra. If you have one, only put one. I didn't use that at all. I just used the Confuse Ray, and I never saw either one of my Alakazam. It does have a Pokepower called Psymimic. Once during your turn, instead of Alakazam's normal attack, you may choose one of your opponent's Pokemon to attack. Alakazam copies that attack, including its energy cost and anything else required in order to use that attack, such as discarding energy. No matter what type the Pokemon is, Alakazam remains Psychic. Power can't be used if Alakazam is affected by a special condition. And also it has 1 attack, Synchro Blast, which would be good, 80 for 3, except Alakazam and the defending Pokemon have to have the same number of energy cards attached to them. If they don't, it's only 20 for 3. That's just terrible. Like, why?
It requires skill, which you do not have.
Skill, okay, it's called coincidence. Oh, you have the same energy I do. It's kind of, I don't know.
Same energy?
Same energy. Yeah, you have to have the same number of energy attached. So you have to have 3.
That's not hard.
The opponent can easily get out of that. All they gotta do is retreat or not attach. For Ghastly, we have 4 of them here, and it has 1 attack, Bad Dream. I use this quite a bit. Flip a coin. If heads, the defending Pokemon is now asleep. If tails, it's now confused. So there's that. And then Haunter. Haunter has 2 attacks. Nightmare for a Psychic and a Colorless does 20, puts it to sleep. And Dream Eater can only be used if the defending Pokemon is asleep. So for the same amount of energy, it does 50, but you have to have them asleep in between turns. Like, it's just kind of hard to pull off. So there is that. We also have 3 copies of Clefairy. Shining Fingers puts the defending Pokemon to sleep and slap for 10. And then we have 1 copy of Clefable. It has a Pokepower as well. Moonlight, once during your turn before you attack, you may put a card from your hand back on your deck. If you do, search your deck for a basic energy card, show it to your opponent, put it into your hand, shuffle the deck afterward. Can't be used if Clefable is affected by a special condition. And it has 1 attack, Double Slap, flip 2 coins. This attack does 20 damage times the number of heads. I never got it to use more than once. We also have a Meowth here, 2 of them as a matter of fact. Double Scratch, flip 2 coins, the attack does 10 damage times the number of heads, and then Payday for 2 does 10, flip a coin, if heads, draw a card. And finally, last but not least, our biggest damage outputter, pretty much of all of them, is Chancy, 90 HP, it's got 2 attacks, Bind Wound, flip a coin, if heads, remove 2 damage counters from one of your Pokemon, and only 1 if it has 1. Dogpile, count the number of Pokemon on your bench, this attack does 10 damage times the number of damage to the 10 times that number of damage to the defending Pokemon, and Chansey does 10 times that damage to itself. Ugh, there we go. So it's not that it's a terrible attacker damage-wise as far as output, but doing the damage to yourself as well really hurts. You've got 90 HP, which is a little more than most of the basics, but you're getting 1 knockout or so, and then you're getting knocked out in return. So that is it for the Pokemon. Like I said, this is not a very high damage output deck.
Yes, it is.
It's not really all that great at healing either.
Yes, it is.
So, yeah. Alright, let's look at the supporters. I have 5 supporters in the deck. There are 3 copies of Professor Elm's Training Method, Let's see here. Search your deck for an evolution card. Show it to your opponent and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck afterwards. So there's 3 of those. And there's also 2 Copycat, which was also in the other deck as well, as you guys heard. Shuffle your hand into your deck, count the number of cards in your opponent's hand, and draw that many cards. And there's some trainer cards. We got 3 copies of Moo Moo Milk, which was really never any good to me because I was either never had any damage on me or I was knocked out before I got a chance to use it. We also have Energy Search. Search your deck for a basic energy card, show it to your opponent, put it into your hand, shuffle your deck afterward. There's 2 of those. In this theme deck, though, there's 26 energy, so you're never really energy starved. Also, 2 copies of Full Heal. Remove all special conditions from your active Pokemon. And then the energy. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Psychic energy. 2 grass, 2 fire, 2 water, 2 psychic, and 2 fighting. At first, I didn't quite understand why we have all these different types of energy, and then I realized it's because of Alakazam. It's because of Psymimic. You can't have the same energy requirement as your opponent all the time if they have different types. So you need different types of energy in order to meet that. So that's why we have all these other different types of energy. I didn't understand that at first, but now I do.
It's all about the Alakazams.
It is, but guess what? Neither one of the games did I get this guy out onto the field. Anyways,
That's your fault, though.
It's not my fault. There's no draw support in the deck, really, to help me get the Alakazam when I needed it.
You have Copycat.
Yeah, well, that did not help me, unfortunately.
Well, follow the rules of Copycat. Maybe it will.
You know, guys, I don't know how I put up with this guy. Like, I'm just about to snap.
You're the one that says to always follow the rules of the card.
Yes. Okay. Anyways, that's gonna do it for this one. I guess since I stomped him in the base set theme deck battle, I shouldn't be too upset about getting stomped in this one, but I'll get him next time.
You deserve it.
Don't worry, guys. The real professor will prevail next time.
Oh, so I'm gonna win again?
No, not at all. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, comment down below, and of course subscribe for more TCG content here on the Pokemon Evolutionaries, and we hope to see you guys next time in the next video. So until then, I'm Professor K.
And I'm almost Professor N.
Who refuses to get up off the couch yet again. We'll see you guys next time. You all take care and have a great day.